dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight zone.
What's up, y'all? Sorry about that. If you've never called Dutchie, if you've never been on the phone with Dutchie, it can go for a while. So my apologies, but I had to tell her that because she needed to know. But I hope y'all are doing well today. So, Pika, shut your ass up before I demote your ass. I'm kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie. Jury selections has been made for the state trial of Tyre. Now we don't have like the let me put it in a nice way. We don't know exactly like the race and all of that, but we do know it is 10 women and 6 males, 4 alternates. They did not pull them out of Shelby County, so keep that in mind. They did pull them out of Hamilton County, and if you're familiar with Hamilton County, then you know that is Chattanooga, which is a completely demographic than Memphis. I mean, it's just true. And then on top of that, Chattanooga it's a college city, so the demographics compared to Memphis is completely different. But with that being said, I'm having high hopes with the women. I hope. I'm going to put it like that. Because when I saw that they had 10 women and 6 males, I was like, oh, that's a good thing to me. Now, what those 6 women are, that may be or 10 women, that one may be fucked up. That part, I don't know. We don't know yet because we don't know the exacts to it. But I'm gonna be honest. I pray they're not old as fuck in their 70s and 80s and stuck in their old ways. I'm gonna pray for that. Like I said, chat is They do not mirror Memphis at all. Like what I say by that is Memphis has a population of 54% Black. Chat does not have that at all. Chattanooga does not have that. So, cut all this shit off because I don't want to hear it. Hey, Bo, and hey, Janice. Peak, I already spoke to your ass. Nib. So, a jury of 16 has been selected for the trial of 3 former MPD officers accused of beating Tyre Nichols to death, according to attorney in the case. 6 men and 10 women were selected for the jury. There are 12 jurors and 4 alternates. Jury selection began Wednesday across the state in Chattanooga at a courthouse in Hamilton County. Attorneys alongside 3 former officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, bitch ass, and if y'all haven't saw lately, I posted what Demetrius bitch ass tried to do. This motherfucker tried to get the whole case dropped for him, and he's trying to claim double jeopardy. Fuck you, Demetrius. Fuck you. And Justice Smith were all there. Shelby County deputies also made the trip to Hamilton County, and they were guarding the jury room. Hey, Kathy. Nichols' mother, Rovon, was also there, and she has been vocal throughout the Fed trial and hopes this upcoming state trial will bring them some justice. We're still waiting for the state trial to see how that's going to come out, and hopefully they'll get more time from that. And then we can just move on and heal because we really just want to heal right now, according to Wells. The trial is expected to last 2 to 3 weeks. And WREG April Thompson she'll be in there doing the coverage. Now, I want to break down the demographics and all of this so y'all can understand. No, they didn't. I corrected that. They did not move it out of Shelby County. What they did was they pulled a jury out of a completely different county because they said they would not get a fair trial if the jurors were from Shelby County. So what they did was they went to Hamilton County, which is Chattanooga. That is a completely demographic than Memphis. It's nowhere near the same. They have more white people than black, to whereas Memphis has more black people versus white. So now they do have 10 women. Like I said, I pray to God it's not 10 old ass women stuck in their ways and be like, yeah, that fucker got what he deserved. I pray to God that doesn't happen. But Tennessee be with the fuck shit. I be trying to tell people this and people don't believe me. But then y'all see with Betty bitch ass that, yeah, Tennessee be with the fuck shit. So last month, the judge agreed to let the attorneys pick a jury from outside of Shelby County for the trial. The reason for the move is clear. There's been a great deal of publicity surrounding this case, and it would have been hard to find an impartial jury here in Shelby County. So the selection process is underway across the state in Chattanooga. So they already did all of that. Tadarius, Demetrius, and Justin, they're all charged with second-degree murder. This is why this state trial is very important, because this is the only trial where they got charged with murder. The Fed trial, they did not get charged with murder. So just keep that in mind. So this trial is very important. This trial is make or break. This trial will determine if they killed Tyre. You know, I feel like the Fed trial dropped the ball a lot, but that's just how I feel. Some people may feel it was just, I don't, because the crimes they should have been convicted of, they were acquitted of, and then they got bullshit charges that are, 3 or 5 to 15 max. So, yeah, whatever. Here in Shelby County, the population is 41% white and 54% black, according to the most recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau. In Hamilton County, white people make up 76% of the population, while black people are only about 18%. So keep that in mind, please. The economics of the two counties are also much different. Shelby County households average $62,000 a year. That's about $10,000 less than the families in Hamilton County. Per capita income is about $6,000 a year less here. More than 18% of Shelby County residents live in poverty, compared to just about the 13% in Hamilton County. Now, Fox 13 did investigate, and they couldn't find anything in state law or court rules that addresses demographics of an outside jury, only that this jury would need to come from the closest single county judicial district that doesn't have the issue, in this case, pretrial publicity, that Shelby County has. In other news, in the Nichols case, Emmett Martin, who pleaded guilty and who agreed to cooperate in the state case, remains in custody after violating the terms of his federal bond. His attorneys are trying to get him released, but Fox 13 has learned that federal prosecutors now oppose that. Oh, I missed that. I did not know. Hold on, what the fuck you get? Peacock, did you know that? Oh, this motherfucker here. Oh my God. Emmett Martin is crazy than a motherfucker. He crazy. And I see why his bond was revoked. He crazy. That's the big one. Emmett Martin is the big one. The big burly husky motherfucker. His bond was revoked back in February. I did not know this. He's back in custody after a magistrate revoked his bond Friday. Martin is accused of violating his bond condition of not committing another federal, state, or local crime. He appeared in court Friday for hearing a review. His bond conditions related to his federal conviction last year. A warrant was recently issued for Martin's arrest after he allegedly harassed the mother of his child through text messages. Martin allegedly texted the mother of his 11-year-old several messages, including, "This is not a threat. I was a police officer. I know what a threat is, and I will handle you and your boyfriend." U.S. District Magistrate Charmaine Claxton asked Martin's probation officer why she opted for bond revocation on the petition instead of modifying the conditions. The officer said she did not want to take on a chance on the woman's concerns. Well, I'll be goddamn. You know what, Memphis? Now, will y'all do that for the other women in the city? Just ask. I guarantee the only reason why that shit got, because it's a high profile and he is a high profile. Can you do that for the other women in this city that get harassed by their exes, their ex-husbands, and every damn thing else, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, whatever? Can you do the same for the other women in this city? Asking for me and every woman in Shelby County. Because I know for a fact you motherfuckers don't. I have one in this chat right here. Now. I got two of them I can call on the phone, where the courts and law enforcement drag their feet against fucking threats being made on them and DV situations and all of that shit. And the courts be like, la, 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 la. But this one, y'all granted. And the probation officer said, "Oh, I don't want to take a chance for this one." And I'm not saying what that one, I'm not saying don't protect her. Because no, that's what the fuck we should be doing. But that should be for all women. Just FYI, Memphis. Just FYI. Just want to throw that out there. Martin turned himself in on that Thursday, which is why he walked into the federal courthouse in regular clothes, but handcuffed after his pre-sentencing hearing. Pretrial services recommend that Martin not be given bond, but Thursday, U.S. District Judge Mark Norris ruled that Martin could remain free during the pre-sentencing hearing. The hearing was scheduled on Friday. Friday's ruling from Claxton means Martin will remain in custody until sentencing in his federal civil rights case. That sentencing is expected to happen in May or June of 2025. Claxton allowed Martin to give a speech where he pleaded to the judge not to revoke his bond. He said he was trying to protect his peace. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot. Hey, Dutchie. You cannot make this shit up. He said he was trying to protect his peace, and those text messages were a matter of frustration. You can't make this shit up. Well, Emmett, we know your frustration is real fucked up because you're one of the ones who threw haymakers at Tyre. And we all know you even said in the fucking Fed trial that you saw red. You were fucked up. You wasn't ready to come back to work, but they made you come back to work, which I don't believe. And that's how Tyre ended up dead. But once again, we have another pattern of that same fucking authority and you trying to throw your weight around with your own baby mama. And you got the state trial next week. Emmett, no wonder why that motherfucker. That makes sense now. That makes a lot of sense now. Okay. He went on to ask Claxton for another chance and said, if the law says to take me away, that takes me away from my child. Fuck you. Fuck you, Emmett. Fuck you. Fuck you. Did you care about Tyree's child? Did you think about that? But you worried about your child. Which honestly, if I was your child, I wouldn't have shit to do with you. I'm gonna be honest about that. I know that child is 11 years old. And that child has a lot of growing to do. But if that would have been me, my conscious decision, fuck you, Dad. And I stand on that. But fuck you for that. Every last one of y'all have sat here and hollered, oh, my kids, my kids. What about Tyree's child? We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that child that no longer has a parent because y'all fucking killed someone. We're not going to talk about that. After discussion, Claxton said the text messages gave her probable cause that he committed harassment, which violates his bond condition. Last year, Martin pled guilty to federal civil rights charges associated in the January 2023 traffic stop that resulted in Tyre Nichols' beaten death. He testified against his former colleagues during the 19-day federal trial as a part of his plea agreement. That makes sense, though. That makes sense as to why he pled. Because he knew he didn't have a motherfucking chance. The three former officers together listened as the defense and state prosecutors discussed the next steps in the state case ahead of the trial. There will be a hearing on March 28th when the defense is expected to file motions to dismiss at least 3 charges. The defense also discussed the possibility of filing a change of venue motion as well. Desmond Mills has already pled guilty to state charges. And then we all know the trial is happening February 28th. That shit is wild, but whatever. Desmond Mills also pleaded guilty to federal and state charges. He is expected to testify in the state case that starts here in Memphis on Monday. Trial for Bean, Haley, and Smith is scheduled to start Monday, and there will be Pika. I think they're going to televise the state trial. They will. They will be streaming live. Okay. Fox 13 will be covering the trial live. Excuse me, covering the trial live, streaming on our website, YouTube channel, and providing live updates from the opening verdicts. Hold on. Are y'all just saying streaming like coverage? It will be televised. Yeah. And so all local news outlets will be covering it. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off. I'll figure something out. Maybe I can do it from my phone because like during work hours I can't be fucking off like that. So I may just like try to do it from my phone and do it that way. I can't believe that though. But yeah, they will be televising it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I did not expect it. That's a Uno card. I did not expect, but if I can do it, I absolutely will. I will. I did not expect them to televise this case. I didn't because of the high profile it has been. I would have thought the state judge would have said, nope, media is barred, but apparently not. We're gonna be watching it. So yeah. That's what's up though, because I did not think that. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't. But then again, I haven't. There's a lot of small things that has happened with Tyrese. Just like I said, Demetrius bitch ass. He's trying to get it thrown out because of double jeopardy, and I saw that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? But I haven't been seeing all of the coverage because just like I didn't know about Emmett, I didn't know that his bond violation had been revoked. I didn't know his bond had been revoked, and basically he was in custody. I didn't see it, but I will say. After the Fed trial and when we went into the state trial or going into the state trial, like his coverage, it hasn't been topped. So if you don't look for it, you're not going to find it. The only reason why it's been topped the past few days is because the trial is coming Monday. But as far as like with Demetrius, I had to go look for it. I had seen it pop up on one of my apps that I use, Newsbreak, and that's when I went looking for it. And that's when I realized he was trying to get it thrown out because of double jeopardy. I'm like, you didn't even get charged the same fucking charges in the Fed trial versus the state trial. How? Yeah, he did. See, Demetrius Haley, the ex-MPD officer, one of the former MPD officers facing charges for Tyre Nichols' death, Demetrius Haley, has filed a motion for his charges to be dismissed. According to court documents, Haley is asking for his charges from the state to be dismissed due to his federal indictment. Haley argues that because he was indicted federally and present for the federal trial, it should be considered double jeopardy, which would warrant a dismissal from the state trial. Officers, including Haley, were indicted on federal level, with Haley claiming that the state trial would be unfair because it would force him to stand a trial a second time. The motion for dismissal was filed April 21st, 2025. The news comes only days before the state trial for Tyre Nichols' case. The jury for the trial has been selected from Hamilton County, and the trial is blah, blah, blah. This man said it would be unjust, unfair. It's double jeopardy. It's everything. It's not funny, but they did this to Fed trial. They started throwing out random ass motions to get shit dismissed. And of course, all of it got denied, but they do this every trial. Now, the last trial is a civil trial, but the courts have already told, the judge has already told the city of Memphis and to Tyre's family, come to a resolution so we don't have to go to trial. So they've been in mediation for months. And I think the reason being is because I think the family wants to see the outcome of the state trial before they sit here and settle with the city of Memphis. Because like I said, the Fed trial really didn't do shit. Like, they really didn't. I would love to see an officer serve life for taking the life of somebody, all because you felt like he had to pay a run tax, and because he was just a black dude out minding his business, doing his own thing. And yeah. So yeah, when I saw this shit, and I was like, Demetri, you're not. And that's me and Pika was discussing this, because when we were talking about the jury, that Ellen, we said if that video is played and he hollers out mama with the 10 women that are on the jury, will that pull at their heartstrings? But then again, like I said, we also have to go back to the demographics of the jury, to where they're most likely going to be white. Now, I'm not knocking nobody for your race. I'm not. It's just the demographics of Chat is completely different than Nash or Memphis. Not Nash. Nash, we ain't even talking about Nash, but it's different. Memphis is majority black, to whereas Chat is majority white. There's only like 18% of black people in Chat. So that's why I said the jury and what it's made up of it's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, because in the thing it says it has to be closely related to Memphis. Well, and I can tell you, there's no city in Tennessee besides Memphis that relates to Memphis. I can tell you that. None. Memphis is the only one that's majority black. Memphis is the only one that is Democratic led in the state of Tennessee. So, and I'm not even going to go into that, because I feel like, yeah, some of that's bullshit, but whatever. You also have to remember Chattanooga is a college town. So maybe some of those women are our age. I'm not sure. Or, not my age, because Lord, I'm damn near 40, but you know what I'm saying. Younger versions. But I thought that was very interesting that they had 10 women and 6 men. And for alternate, you know, and I wonder who's the alternates. Is it all women that are alternates, or is it all men? But I guess we'll find out Monday, because I haven't seen any of that information released. So, well, Carolyn already, she pulled herself out of it because she was like, I ain't got shit to do with this. This is against MPD, not me. So she got pulled out of it. City of Memphis is trying to get themselves pulled out of it because they're like, that's between MPD and the family. That ain't got. Now, y'all just employed these people. But okay. Everybody's trying to pull out, basically. But the judge did tell them to come to some resolution and mediate it out before they go to trial. I guess the judge is basically saying, fuck, we're not going to fucking trial. That's basically what that judge is saying. I ain't got time for this shit. Y'all figure this shit out. City of Memphis, MPD, all of y'all know y'all asses was wrong. So figure out a fucking solution. So we ain't got to waste time in the courts. But I think the family's trying to, like I said, I think the family's waiting to see how the state trial is going to end. I do too, Kathy. I do too. I really want them to be convicted on second-degree murder charges. I really do, because what I saw that night, it was murder. Bottom line, it was murder. Nobody, as I stated a few days ago, to watch him being held up so you can hit him some more and take pictures of it and gloat and send it to people and basically say, yeah, we beat this motherfucker's ass, and do all this extra ass shit. And you feel like you're not supposed to have any consequences behind that. That's the part I don't understand. So you're not supposed to have any consequences behind the fuck shit you do. But if I do some fuck shit, first of all, I can't claim ignorance of the law. That's a personal problem, and they'll tell you that. Just because you don't know the law doesn't mean your ass is dissolved of anything. No. Second of all, my ass is getting charged to the fucking max. It's already been proven. The DOJ report doesn't fucking lie. Black people in this city are overcharged more than any other race. They're over-sentenced more than any other race in this city. A white person who can have drugs and a gun and all type of shit on them can get a summons. A black person that does the same damn thing, no, your ass is going to jail. Now, me personally, they need to go to jail. We need to keep their asses in jail, especially if they got a bond for some other shit out here damn near trying to kill somebody or some shit. Their asses need to be locked up. I keep telling y'all need to go back to this bail reform bullshit and revise that shit, because some of the residents in this city is not going to keep putting up with this shit. And you got some motherfucking nerves to be charging $2,000 rent while we got motherfucking shootings every damn day on every corner in this city, and it's about to get worse. It's about to get real hot outside, and shooting's about to rise. Hell, we just already had this week 10. Majority of them was in Fraser, so I'm going on in Fraser. Some shit is going on out there. And I don't want to know. It ain't none of my damn business. Don't care, don't want to know. But some shit is going on in Fraser, because if folks say them shit's not connected, that shit connected. Guaranteed. But But that being said, still, it's been proven by the DOJ that we're treated like shit compared to our other counterparts in this city. So why can't that be applied to these black cops? Is what I'm asking. Why all of a sudden we're trying to be delicate? Why all of a sudden, because let it be any other black motherfucker in this city, and we're under the jail. Some of us. I don't know how the fuck they keep getting bond, but whatever. I think all that shit connected because they had one in the Haven too. I think between Millington Haven and Fraser, there's some shit. Somebody fucked some shit up, fucked over somebody, said snitched or something. Because I'm telling you, we got people out here trying to commit or self-delete themselves. That one broke my damn heart. And this is going to sound so fucked up to say, but I'm just going to say it. I don't know any other way to say it, and I can't be politically correct. I've never been that way. But if that boy would have jumped off that bridge, that particular bridge, he wouldn't have passed. He was going to have a high-ass hospital bill. That he was definitely going to have. But as far as just like self-delete, no. Not that particular bridge. You should have went, never mind. Not that one. Plus, there was a truck up under the bridge. So, he was going to have a high-ass hospital bill. That's what was going to happen. I'm glad he was talked down, but that was the wrong spot. Let me put it like that. Yeah, the energy has been off. Well, the energy been off in Memphis. I ain't gonna lie. It's been off. We for some. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Memphis cursed. I don't give a damn what nobody say. When that shit happened and all them hangings happened, and when they pretty much fucked over the black folks, I think this shit got cursed. And that's why I think Tennessee or Memphis particularly goes through the shit that we go through. That's me personally. I know people don't believe in that shit, but I do. I believe Memphis is cursed. It's nothing but despair, dreary, hopelessness, depression, hell of a lot of mental health issues that can't or won't be addressed because we don't have enough resources for it to be addressed. Then not only that, Memphis started sick, but apparently we got way from that to the point now if police are called from people that are mentally ill, they beat the shit out of you and then sit here and say, well, we're trying to handle mental health patients. True story. Look at the DOJ report. One mother, and sometimes I get mad at the mom. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie about that because in my mind, if you know you've called MPD 9 times for the crisis intervention team, and all 9 times they come out and they beat the shit out of your underage son, and we're not talking about teens, we're talking about 10 to 12-year-old boy. Each time they come out and beat the shit out of your child, you gonna call them again? That would never make sense to me. Mama, why in the fuck you keep calling MPD? When every time they have came out, they have beat the shit out of your child. Why would you keep calling them? But maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just one time, okay. Second time, fuck that. Nah, there ain't gonna be no third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. There's not gonna be all them other chances for you to beat the shit out of my child, berate my child, talk to my child like he's a grown ass man. It's not gonna happen. Not me. But this is all in the DOJ report. I don't understand it. How we create the crisis intervention team that is strictly for dealing with mental health, and it never fails. Every time MPD comes out and deals with mental health, the person ends up getting beat and arrested. And apparently MPD thought it was okay for years, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what Memphis thinking process was. I don't know what their thinking process was when they built the Scorpion team or Scorpion unit. Because it's like I had told Rabbit. What they did was they took 50 people from all across the U.S., for the cops from other departments. We don't know if these cops had been previously disciplined, fired, any of that. We didn't know. They hired these cops, and these cops are supposed to protect and serve like high drug, areas and high crime areas and all things like that. The only thing they served was ass whoopings. Legit. That's everybody knew about the Scorpion unit. Everybody knew that they were out here beating people. My god brother being one of them. I told y'all, they beat the shit out of him. Filed a complaint. Ended up being worse for him and his whole family. They started harassing them, pulled over every son, pulled over the daughter, all type of shit. And basically made him recant his story. Now think about how many other people this shit happened to. And he's a white boy. Not was, he's still here. He's a white boy. Just like the boy they pulled down on, apparently he had warrants. He didn't have no clue what the fuck was going on. They broke his arm. He sued for like 4.5 million. I think he settled to it. He didn't get no 4.5. I know that much because this city is cheap as fuck. Fuck. Hell, when Eliza Fletcher's case happened, this is probably the most fucked up thing I've ever heard a whole entire police department say. But if they would have did if they would have did the DNA on the rape kits of good old Cleo ass, they would have discovered he was the man that had raped a different woman prior and could have locked his ass back up. But no, they're 3 to 4 years behind on rape kits. So her family, which is billionaires, sue in city of Memphis. If y'all would have tested the rape kits, Eliza Fletcher would still be here. MPD said we're not obligated to investigate. True story. Go look it up. They said that. Their lawyer said They're not obligated to investigate a motherfucking thing. And won. So if a billionaire heiress family couldn't win against this city, but I think that's why the judge basically told their asses, figure out a solution now. Figure that shit out. Figure out a payment you're going to pay them so we do not have to take this shit to civil trial. So they've been in mediation for like a month and a half. Now, do I think Tyre's family going to get $50 million? No. It would bankrupt the city. No. I hate to say that, but it will. And numerous analysts have said this. It will bankrupt the city if they get a $50 million payout. Does his family deserve monetary compensation? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I just don't think it'll be $50 million. I don't. Jason, yeah. Well, here's the fucked up part. The main ones who did like Emmett, bitch ass. Emmett ass literally flipped. But he's the one who helped beat the shit out of Tyre. Go figure. He is the one who helped beat the shit out of Tyre. Emmett, big ass, he beat the shit out of Tyre and then turned state witness. Absolutely turned state witness. And he was one of the main aggressors. And he was able to fucking become a state witness when his punk ass should have been one of the ones, yeah. Two of them have already pled it for the state trial. Out of 5, 2 of them have already pled it. 2 of them have turned state witness against the other 3. They did the same thing in the Fed trial. Absolutely, Vic. I feel like payments should come out their motherfucking pension. I'm sorry. Once you do some fuck shit that puts the city in a bond like this, because we want justice for Tyre, and we absolutely feel like his family is owed money. But the fucked up part, if we do that, that affects us residents. And it shouldn't be like that. No, fuck that. Take that shit out of their pension, their funds, their all of the shit that they do. Take that shit out of their pocket. Stop taking it from us taxpayers. Yes, they can have insurance, but insurance only covers so fucking much. But yeah, 2 of them have already pled it and has turned state witness. Their sentencing will be in June. I hate that there was a whole damn line in my glasses, y'all. Which is Emmett bitch ass, because he was one of the main aggressors. I don't feel like he shouldn't have been able to turn state witness. Let me put it like that. He turned state witness, and he's one of the ones that got mental problems. Shouldn't even be a fucking officer, but here we are. He was. And then I want to say it was Justin. I could be wrong. I have to go back to my notes. But Now, two of them have already turned and flipped. It's staying in Shelby County. They pulled the jury from Hamilton County, which is Chattanooga, which is a completely demographic than Memphis. Chattanooga has a 72% rate of white population, and they have only 18% of black population, to whereas Memphis has 54% black population with I forgot the total of whites, but blacks rules here and whites rule there in Chat. Now, thing about Chat, like I said earlier, Chat is a college town, so it can go either way. But you got 10 women, 6 men, 4 alternates. We don't know the age, race, none of that. We just know it's 6 or 10 women and 6 men. Now, if it's the old ass women from Chat, we're fucked. I'm gonna tell you that now. We're fucked. I'm gonna be honest about that. We fucked. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all false hope. I'm not gonna put that false hope in your head. If it's the old women from Chat, we fucked. Take it from a Tennessee resident who knows. I've been all across this state, and there's certain places you just don't fuck around in. Yeah. Everybody know Chat is a college town. Yeah. Chat is a college town. Knox is a college town. Jackson is considered a college town. A lot of us consider it college towns, yes. But we don't know, like I said, and I really, the only reason why I'm interested in it because I want to see the age demographic that they pull from, and plus, I don't really care about the race, but y'all know how that shit go. If it's an all white jury and it's old ass people, I don't think we'll get the second degree murder. We might get a few charges, but some of them was also dropped. So there's that. No, it hasn't even started yet. It doesn't start till the 28th. And apparently it will be live streamed. We just found that out today too, because I would have thought that the state judge would have threw the media out, but apparently it will be live streamed. So we're gonna try to figure out how I can stream it while at work. Pika said she would be on my duty all day. I mean, I have done it before. We did it for Rabbit one time, but Pika said she would be on my duty all day for that if I'm able to do it. But I got to figure some shit out because if it shows, yeah, it interferes with work time, so I just got to figure it out. All right, Vic, I'll talk to you later. You be safe out here. Yeah, Don. I mean, it's just perspective. Like I said, a lot of us we consider Chet and Knox and JSU, things like that, college towns. We do because of the population. Sometimes the population is more younger crowd versus, but I also think Chet does have a solid middle age, and I ain't gonna just say elders like old ass people, but they have some lifers there too. You know what I'm saying? Like 50, 60-year-old. So. Oh yeah, Jason. Respect to Jason, because, like I said, I've told Jason this before, because just because he's a former cop doesn't mean that he's stuck in this mind frame of cops are always right and people are always wrong. Do people commit a lot of bullshit? Absolutely. Do people put cops' lives in danger a lot? Absolutely. Do people do bogus shit to police? Absolutely. Absolutely. But Jason is also not blind to the fact of some of your colleagues can be straight up pieces of shit. He's not blind to that, and I respect him for that. You know, I don't hate police. I don't. Hell, we need them. I'm not gonna lie about that. I feel like they need better training, though. This bullshit that a fucking barber or beautician has to go to school longer than a fucking cop. What? And you're supposed to be the enforcer of laws. How can you be the enforcer and you don't even know what the fucking law says? Or you just make up laws on the spot? Because I've seen that shit. I've seen cops make up shit on the spot. Then when they get called out for it, they're stuttering and shit. And then, or they start cop-splaining to you, trying to gaslight you and thinking that you're still, nah, motherfucker. I look at the law. It says this, this, and this. Where did I break that? Well, no, I don't want to hear that well shit. In my because I've heard this before. I heard a cop say, well, my interpretation is, law is not, no, law is not interpretations. It's not. It's not interpretation. If you don't fucking know the laws, and I ain't saying because there's thousands of laws, but Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, Jason, it had been going on for a while. I remember when they made the Scorpion unit, and it wasn't too much long after, maybe 6 months max. I'm gonna say 6 months max, and then they started beating the shit out of people. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Bucci. There was recently a video, I don't know if y'all saw that, of a cop took drugs from a guy on the street, took it from him, turned around, went to the police station, never once registered it into evidence, and they let the dude go with a summons. Okay, that should have been red flag number one. It wasn't here. It wasn't here in Memphis, because baby, we would have raised tail. But went to the police station, got high in the police bathroom, meth pipe in one hand and the lighter in the other, collapses. One of the other police in that department finds him, starts looking for some Narcan to give him, calls all the other police there, and you can see on the body cam the crack pipe or meth pipe in one hand and the lighter in the other. It was a green lighter. I'll never forget the lighter. OD'd. He thought he was taking boy, which is heroin. I ain't finna go there. He thought he was taking boy and come to find out that shit was fentanyl, and he almost died. Yes, yeah. They get his ass to the hospital. He survives, but then, as soon as they get your ass up out of, out of that state and you can answer questions, they was out. So where did you get the drugs again? And see, he had a partner with him. So the partner knew he had collected the drugs from the dude, and they stopped him for a bogus ass reason to begin with. That's how you could tell that the cop was on search for drugs to get high. Basically, because he stopped the boy on some bullshit, talking about loitering and some crazy shit. And that's when they searched him, illegally searched him, in my opinion, and took his drugs. He waited till he got to the police station, fired that shit up, and OD'd in the bathroom, knocked the fuck out. Like I said, crack pipe in one hand, lighter in the other. They get his ass. His wife shows up. And they start interrogating his ass while his wife was in the room. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God. I sent that shit to Pika. She was like, bitch. Swear to God. The man stole drugs from a person on the street, took it back to the station, got high, passed the fuck out, OD, because he didn't realize fentanyl was in it. Because me and Pika discussed it, and I said, I bet he thought that shit was straight meth. And she was like, had to, because ain't no way in hell, not realizing it was meth mixed with fentanyl. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Stole somebody else's shit. And that's why I was like, that's what your ass get for stealing somebody else's drugs. See, you don't never know what somebody taking. Ever. Don't steal nobody. You stole their drugs and gave them a summons for it. And he was in the bathroom getting high on it. Sure was. Yeah. Yep. On body cam, all of that. I'd have to find the video and post. Shit was wild. So that shit happens. It happens. I'm not going to pretend like that shit doesn't happen, because it happens. But that video, that shit went viral. Because everybody was like, at first they tried to say it was due to him touching it. Like, they really tried to cover the shit up. They tried to say it was because he wasn't wearing protective gloves and shit, until they saw, like on the body cam, it literally, the lighter was in one hand, a green lighter, a crack lighter at that. It wasn't no big, it was a crack lighter. A green lighter, and then the pipe in the other hand. There was no way you can sit here and say, oh, it was exposure. No, he was in the bathroom getting high at the police station. Yep, sure did. So, cops do fuck shit. They do. They do fuck shit. See if I can find it. If I find it. I don't know if this will click me out. Hang on. No, that's not where I want to go. No, that's not what I want to do. I need the link, please. Yeah, it took more than one more than Narcan. That shit was wild. It was wild for real. Hang on, let me do all this. Sorry, folks ain't all up in my business before I do this. There we go.
This all started the night of October 24th, 2023, when Deputy Marvin Morales conducted a, quote, suspicious subject stop. The report says he recovered drugs in a piece of tinfoil that he thought was meth. We now know it was fentanyl. He cited the suspects and left. A few hours later, body camera video shows another deputy finding Morales passed out on the floor of a bathroom stall. The report says Morales smoked the drugs out of a pipe, then collapsed.
Wake up, bro!
The other deputy administered multiple doses of Narcan, and Morales was taken to the hospital where he became conscious again. And the report notes this caused emotional distress to Deputy Morales' partners who responded to save his life. There was a large-scale emergency response, which you can see in this video when our crews were on scene. The report says while Deputy Morales was at the hospital, samples of his hair tested positive for meth, which they say typically indicates chronic use. Internal Affairs documents show this also.
Y'all see that shit? Did y'all see the pipe that was next to him? Right next to his leg. Did y'all see that shit? Yeah. Yep, that happened. There is a longer version out there. You can literally follow the events from where he stopped the guys, stole their drugs from them, goes back to the police station. We don't see him actually smoking it on body cam because his body cam was never on. Then you see the officer running in there, and of course you saw him hollering his name, yada yada. You can see the pipe, and then you see the lighter. And they had to hit him up 3 or 4 times with Narcan, I believe. Went straight to the bathroom. And luckily, one of the officers found him. Luckily, because his ass could have been dead. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure they probably offered him counseling, and we gonna help you through it, bud, and you go get clean, yada yada. You know how that shit go. So Jason, I don't even know if they took polygraphs. I don't know if they. I don't remember if that was even listed. Honestly, I don't know if they did that or not. I just know the Fed trial kind of was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie about that because they found him guilty, but they found him guilty on the lesser charges, not the more serious charges that should have been, especially violation of rights. And hey, Lady K. And then, like I said, one of the main aggressors is one of the ones who fucking turned state witness. And we just saw where he apparently violated his bond requirements because he was out on bond until sentencing for the Fed trial sentencing. And he violated his bond by basically telling his baby mama he would fuck her and her boyfriend off. He would fuck them up, basically, because he has an 11-year-old child with her. Threatened the baby mama, and then sat here and said that he wanted peace, inner peace. He has a pattern of being a fucking narcissist. He has a pattern of being a dickhead. He has a pattern of being aggressive and apparently abusive. He has this pattern, and he was one of the ones that was able to turn state witness, which I think is bullshit. I don't make the rules, though. Bucci, I'll be in the live next week. I did not expect them to say it was going to be televised because, like I said, I thought the state judge would be like, hell no, y'all not finna turn this shit into a media circus. Y'all can keep y'all asses out too. But apparently not. So we gonna see. Like I said, I'll figure it out before Monday and figure out what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. So I can stream the trial. Pika has already volunteered her time. So I'll mind. All right. We don't know how long this shit gonna go. We do know it's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks long though. So yeah, I can stream it. It's just I got to figure out how I'm gonna stream it because if it conflicts with work basically, but I got to figure out how I'm gonna stream it. I have access to like Fox 13, all the news stations that will be streaming it. I have access to it, so I'm not worried about that. It's just the how part is the issue. Oh, that's another thing. Y'all do know never mind. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. There's no longer a record keeping of police doing bogus shit. We don't have the Brady list in Tennessee. That's first of all. There was a bill that was passed that basically no longer police are reported to. There was this website that the U.S. government used for police that, had a history or a pattern of behavior, yada, yada. That site has been shut down. It does no longer, you can't report police officers anymore on a national level. So, there's that. And then I know Tennessee is trying to pass a law to where we won't be able to FOIA certain documents when it's dealing with cases. So I don't. But nobody saw an issue with them basically taking down the national database that pretty much housed all the corrupt cops' names, yada, yada. No, we need to take that down. And they took that shit down. It's no longer active. You cannot report cops to that. Yeah. They did that slyly. Nobody was paying attention because everybody was paying attention to this and not paying attention to that. They do that all the time. Everybody was talking about Diddy. Now, you should have been listening to what the fucking laws they were passing. Because it affects all of us. If we can't report cops to the national database for corrupt behaviors, fucked up behaviors, and things, What does that tell you? And I'm not lying. Look it up. That database is down. And he straight up said it's not going back up. They want it down. Yeah. I'm trying to see the purpose of all of this and cutting some of the things. Some stuff, okay, I'll give y'all that. I'm not going, because I've seen a lot of people were pissed off about like SNAP benefits and shit. I don't know if y'all saw, but certain states are passing laws now that if you're going to be on SNAP benefits, you're not going to be able to buy junk food, soft drinks, shit like that, sugary shit. No, pretty much your ass will stick to dairy products, milk, bread, meat. That's it. You won't be able to buy sugary foods, no cereals, none. You won't be able to buy junk food, basically. And a lot of people are pissed about that. I'm kind of like, there's a lot of shit that's happened that people don't pay attention to. And I mean, I'm not upset by it because I don't get food stamps. I don't get any assistance from the government. So, but I could see how it hurts other families that may do, He's already in trouble here. Folks are saying that he scammed us, which I tried to tell folks that, but didn't nobody want to listen to me. Janice will tell you, Pika will tell you. I tried to tell folks all about this XAI supercomputer bullshit. Didn't nobody want to listen to me. Everybody was like, it's going to bring jobs. It brought 6 fucking jobs total. 6 fucking jobs. 6. We give them $10 million in tax cuts. You punk ass, we told your motherfucking ass you couldn't use our drinking water to cool your bullshit down and that you needed to start recycling water. And what his ass do? He hasn't paid his motherfucking MLGNW bill. Now, if I don't pay that motherfucker, my shit getting cut off. Bottom line, you ain't got no lights, you ain't got no water. So why in the fuck is that shit still running? He hasn't paid MLGNW since the motherfucker started. He's also using our drinking water when he was told not to. But what do I know? I'm just waiting for the environmental fallout to happen after this. I'm patiently waiting. And I'm patiently waiting for the city of Memphis to get sued for whatever cancer they cause. Just like out there in North Memphis where that fucking Firestone plant was. Burning rubber. Turned a blind eye to that shit for years. Now there's cancer clusters all over there in North Memphis that was near the Firestone plant. And folks wonder why the cancer outbreak is happening over there. They smelt burning rubber every fucking day. Then on top of that, there's another chemical plant that operated over there. Smaller, but still was more worse than the fucking rubber, actually. They suing them too. Memphis will sell us the fuck out when it comes to money. And if they think they're going to get something out of it. Hey, Adam. But I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the fallout to begin with this one. I tried to tell folks, don't let that motherfucker build that bullshit here. especially in the middle of the motherfucking industrial. And we got grocers over there, wholesale grocers over there that ship to our other stores in Memphis. We have grocers over there. And yeah. So I'm just waiting for the fallout to happen with that one. Atlanta tried to warn us. Atlanta tried to tell our asses, don't let that man build that supercomputer. We turned down a fucking grocery store for this supercomputer, and it was the worst choice ever. Atlanta tried to tell us, and what our dumb asses do? Our mayor sailed us down the motherfucking road. And people wonder why I don't like Paul Young, bitch ass. I do not like him, will not like him. I don't give a fuck what color he is. People need to stop voting based on motherfucking skin color. Period. That motherfucker has sold y'all out, especially in the middle of the hood, has sold y'all the fuck out for a little bit of change. But keep doing the shit y'all doing. And I ain't never liked Mayor Paul Young. I don't like him, will not like him. Soon as he got in office, the first thing he did was raise property tax and said, well, it needed to be done. An extra $2,000 on my property tax, and where the fuck it's going, I don't fucking know. But hey, and it wasn't even about me. It's about the elderly in this city. We got plenty of old folks in this city. How are they going to pay their property tax if they're living on Social Security? And Social Security has cut some benefits, and don't tell me they haven't, because they have. You got one person in this chat right now whose benefits got cut. So don't tell me they haven't. How are these folks supposed to live? Y'all are purposely trying to make Big Mama and them lose their house so y'all can foreclose on it and then sell it to investors and then turn half of the hood back into... Y'all know this shit. Y'all know how this shit go. They doing the same shit they started in South Memphis. They got half of South Memphis revitalized and basically moved all the black folks out, pushed their asses out. So they went to North Memphis, and now they done started on North Memphis and revitalizing that area, about to push black folks out again. And then they started in Frazier. They're doing it all over Memphis, and they're trying to push a certain population out of the city. And unfortunately, people don't see it. Yes, I'm seeing it right now, Lady K. I'm seeing it. Like, that's exactly what they're doing. They're raising the property tax on the elderly, knowing good and damn well they can't pay it because they're stuck on certain income by Social Security and retirement, whatever. Let's not act like Social Security pay a lot, because it doesn't. And then turn around when Big Mama and them can't come up with that extra $2 or $3,000, and they ain't shit ass kids ain't gonna help them, or grandkids. Now you may have a few that come through, but majority of them, grandma, that's your problem, because a lot of people out here are selfish as fuck. Then when Big Mama loses her house for literally property tax over $2-3,000, folks is mad and shit. And people don't see it. They don't see it. They say I'm a hater of Mayor Paul Young. No, I see through his bullshit. Bottom line, I see past this bullshit. Just like they had the nerve, motherfucking Memphis Zoo. This is another one that burned my motherfucking chaps. It burned my soul so damn bad, I went the fuck off. I was pissed. Memphis Zoo got the nerve to ask for $3 million because of crime. Memphis Zoo. Sit your motherfucking ass down. First of all. Second of all, don't nobody want to come to no motherfucking zoo no more because majority of us have woke up to the shit and it's abuse, plain and simple. And I'm not going to help with the abuse that y'all commit daily. You want to holler it's conservation when you ain't conserving shit. You want to holler conservation, go to their natural habitat and conserve. You ain't conserving a motherfucking thing by locking them in cages 24/7 and saying, oh, well, we're breeding captivity. What good does that fucking do? None. They asked for $3 million. Don't know crime. I mean, yeah, it'll happen every once in a while, but what it is y'all tickets is $30 motherfucking dollars and you ain't even got the pandas no more. It costs $10 to motherfucking park, so you're at $40 right now. Let's not talk about the cheap ass, nasty ass, ragged ass food and drinks that you have in this motherfucker. Let's not talk about the sad ass, depressed ass animals that y'all got walking around that motherfucker. Don't nobody want to see that shit. But you want $3 million. Get the fuck out of here and go have a seat. You better contact your boosters and donors. Piss me the fuck off with this shit talking about crime. What? What crime? Police is all over that fucking park. At nighttime, then yeah, some shit will pop off, but that's anywhere. Daytime, ain't nobody fucking off over in that park because everybody know you fuck off over there by the shell in the zoo, you going to jail for sure. Fuck out of here with this shit. Had the nerve to sit here and ask for $3 million fucking dollars talking about crime. But let's not talk about y'all's shortcomings. Y'all built all these goddamn exhibits like the panda exhibit and we don't even have pandas. What? What? Come again? I don't want to see no animals locked up in a cage. I'm gonna be honest. When I was a kid, yeah, I fell for the shit. Hey, zoo animals, giraffe, they got the same motherfucking elephant in there that was in there when I was a motherfucking kid, looking old and sad and depressed. What child wants to see that? What parent wants to see that? And I'm sorry, the people younger than me are starting to wake up and realize that is straight up fucking abuse. Nobody wants to see elephants walking in circles. Nobody wants to see chimps and gorillas banging their head against the cages because they are literally fucking out of their mind because they have nothing to do. They're taken out of their natural habitat. Nobody wants to see orcas committing fucking suicide because they're pod animals and you left them in a tank by themselves. SeaWorld. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Yeah, Lady Cat, I think all of us did. But when you get older and you truly look at it and you're like, wait a minute, where's the conservation happening if we're doing it in a cage? Where's the conservation happening if you sit here and having babies in captivity? How does that prepare them for the wild? It doesn't. What are you conserving? In captivity? Because you're not doing it in the wild. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit, Memphis Zoo. Y'all got some motherfucking nerves, balls, and audacity. Send that shit back to Walmart, because hell no. If the city gives y'all $3 million, I'm raising 9 kinds of hell about that, because fuck y'all. How about that? Should close. Shit. Lady K, I've heard that. Now, I've heard it. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, and I haven't seen a piece of evidence to confirm that. But I have heard that I have heard that. It's just, as an animal lover and a person who will fight for anybody and any animal I see, I'm to the point now where fuck aquariums, fuck SeaWorld, fuck zoos. The only places I really give a fuck about is sanctuaries and like Dean. I don't know if some of y'all follow Dean Snyder on YouTube. He has a sanctuary for lions and other animals. Hyenas. I didn't even know hyenas were friendly until I started watching him. They are big ass babies. They remind me of cat, dog type. It's weird, but I didn't realize hyenas were like that. And that they could get emotionally attached to someone, but they love Dean to death. I find that fascinating, and I'm willing to donate money to that. I'm willing to help with that because I see what that's doing. It's helping the lion population. It's helping the cheetah population. It's helping the hyena population. I can do that. These zoos and shit that be wanting boosters and you to have a lifelong membership, and I'm like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Bucci, I can't. I have to have 3,000 watch hours, and I don't have the watch hours. And some of that's my fault because I don't go live like that, but it is what it is. I checked it today and I got like 1,200 more watch hours to go. But I've also said, and I maintain this, if I did become monetized, I'm not, as far as Tyre's trial, I'll never monetize that video. Never. Because I'm not trying to make money off of somebody else's pain or plight. Yeah, like I have to have 3 million views in shorts. I don't even fucking do shorts no more. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, so. And that was another reason why I just kind of stopped going on, because I like even the watch hours, it just felt like it wasn't going nowhere. And I'm like, fuck it. It's like, fuck it. But Tyre's trial, absolutely, I'll go live because I've been covering his case. His case is near and dear to my heart, and I can't sit back and not cover the state trial, basically. So, yeah. Then too, I was tired. I was tired of the back and forth, tired of the dumb shit, tired of fake ass people, tired of people smiling in your face while trying to stab in your back. Like I got tired of that too, and kind of distanced myself from everybody and their fuck shit, because it's kind of like, what's the point? These bitches ain't gonna learn. Like, just like that shit yesterday. Lady K will tell y'all, I was mad. And I know Lip Lock, she let it roll off her back like a champ. But to me, fuck you, Betty. Fuck you, you weird ass bitch. Fuck you. Traumatizing somebody else's pain. Or not traumatized, but using their trauma to make fun of them and hurt them and use it against them, fuck you, bitch. You weird ass bitch. And Lip Block is good people, man. I fuck with Lip Block. She's good people. She's always kept it 100 with me. She don't fluff shit up. She keeps it real. She ain't finna tell you what you want to hear. She gonna tell you what you need to hear. I fuck with Lip Block. So for that bitch to do what she did to her, no, fuck you. No. But I know Lip Block don't need nobody defending her because she can do it her damn self. I have seen that, but it's the principle. You're not gonna do that to her. Fuck out of here. Yeah, it's the same shit every week, just a different player. It literally. It's like, who can we attack? Like this past week, it was Julie. Now we've moved on to Lip Block. It's, that's another situation I'm just not too thrilled with. And I get folks that's cheering Julie on, and I'm not saying you can't have empathy or sympathy for Julie, but never forget what that bitch said or did. Point blank, period. If she is truly changing, great. But the disrespect she's shown towards that family, no ma'am, Pam. And it's only been a week. Y'all not gonna make me forget all the fuck shit she did for months because a week she's been on our side. Fuck out of here. No, that is a good thing you don't, Bucci. It's a good thing you don't, because baby, I don't agree with her kids being brought in this situation at all, especially not autistic, severely autistic, and not high functioning. They have to have help with their daily life every day. So to go after her kids and sit here and say I'm gonna file a report on you and shit because you're a horrible mother, yeah, that's some foul shit, man. I will say that. That's foul. And I can't stand behind no shit like that. But, yeah, fuck you, Pico. Fuck you on that one. Fuck you for that one, Pico. I will never forgive you for making that bitch popular. Ever. You a nonsense. Ever. But yeah, I don't get down like that. I'm not for the real life shit. I'm not for going after kids and things. Certain people have made themselves fair game because of the fuck shit they have done. I don't agree with going after their kids. But as far as spouses and shit, well, you brought them in the conversation. So there's that. But I really don't care about all of this shit because it ain't got shit to do with me. Respect to Granny and what she accomplished. I'm glad she was able to get that anti-slap pass. Fuck barbecue. I don't like that bitch. Never will. And the fact that bitch straight up said that shit was a motherfucking hate crime, I could have came through that phone on her. But there's a lot of shit that has happened that I don't agree with. I just don't. I don't agree with everything that's going on. I don't agree with. I just don't. I'll be honest with that. Like I said. So, and that's why I kind of stay away from it because I know me and I'll call a bitch out. And no. Hey, y'all see how I talk to barbecue. Shit. She deserved it though. She did. And I usually don't say that about people, but she deserved that one. And if I ever and ever hear another motherfucker say burning a cookbook is a hate crime, I'm roasting your ass to no ends. If you ever say burning a motherfucking cookbook is a hate crime, I'ma school your ass on what a hate crime is. And when I say take your ass to class, I mean take your ass to class. Because that shit is so disrespectful to people who have been through hate crimes. Yeah, that one made me mad, Lady K. I was very patient. I waited my turn, but it got to that point where I realized I wasn't going to get a turn. So I had everybody hush. So, yeah, Lady K, it was bad. She said, it's a hate crime for God's sakes. No, the fuck it ain't. Bitch, I'll buy your motherfucking cookbook and burn it in your face just to show you it ain't no fucking hate crime. What you mad for? People bought it. You got the money. What did you lose? You didn't lose a damn thing. Now, the person who bought it lost out because they believed in your ass, and apparently they stopped believing in you. It's just stupid shit. I'm not outside. And there shouldn't be no hammering going on because ain't nothing going on. Yeah, Lady K, she said her burning her cookbook was a hate crime. So is it humming or is it a hammer? Because that's two different sounds. Completely. A hammer is boom, boom, boom. Humming is completely different. The fuck? You said a hammer. No, I'm not buying anything. But I'm finna get off here anyway, though. Because it's damn near 1:30. And I'm hungry. My damn stomach over here growling. So, I'll keep y'all updated, though, on how I plan on doing this. And streaming it. I may have to, I don't know, I'm going to talk with my mods and see, because I may have to get another mod for this. If I'm going to stream all day and leave it open, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I may just leave it subs, but I will, if I can stream it, I will. Because I don't know. Maybe it'll be a big turnout, maybe not. I guess we'll see the first day. And we'll go from there, because I know I'm not going to be able to be in chat all day for that. To be around for streaming, so we'll figure it out. And I don't know, shit. I may reach out to somebody to be a mod. I don't know. So, but y'all have a good day. I'll catch y'all later, and I'll keep y'all updated on anything I hear. See with this trial, but Monday the trial does start. Jury has been selected. We have 10 white, or not white. Lord, I'm already putting races on people. We don't even know the race. We have 10 women and 6 men, 4 alternates. So I'm assuming it's going to be 6 and 6, or maybe, I don't know the outcome. I don't know how many, men and women is on the actual 12. So, but let's hope for the best, and I'll keep y'all updated. But y'all have a good day, y'all. Peace.